I like you be.
I would be upset, but I would come in here and be
I would like my student loans paid off.
I will come in here and be like,
That ain't too much to ask.
Bro, okay, what's enough? Okay. I win $400 million. How much do you expect a piece
I don't expect
of my money? How much
I
of
don't
my?
want to expect.
I wouldn't expect money, but I would think it would be a nice gesture.
Right.
So what would be nice? What would be nice? What's reasonable?
250.
250,000?
Yeah. You got 400 mil.
For me, it would just be to pay off my debts.
Give me 250.
Because I don't necessarily, it's your money, you want it, right? Like, I'm just like, hey, I guess if I won the lottery, I would try to pay off all of my close people. Like,
For sure. Pay off the debt.
That's one thing I would do.
Right.
And if that much money, I probably would buy everybody's close to me like a car or something like that.
For sure. Definitely matching
Why?
Mustangs.
Why? Because I have money. What am I going to do with all that money?
Bro, you got $400 million.
I'm going to
I low-key could
take a
give
large amount.
200 people $1 million and still have money.
Well, first of all, I'm not
I
doing
wouldn't do that.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to invest the majority of it. But that's a lot of money. And I could buy y'all a car for like $20K.
I don't want no 20K. I don't want a 20K.
A car gonna be like $40K.
How much is the car you just bought?
Okay, that's also a used car, JJ. That's also a used car. First of all, that's a Nissan.
It was probably
you would
less
buy
than
me.
20K.
You would buy me a Tesla.
I would buy you a Tesla.
That's
Bruh.
like 55.
So if you win $400 million, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
The first thing I would do is hire somebody to help me, to tell me how to manage the money.
Right.
Like an accountant or somebody in that field that shares with me how do you manage this large sum of money like this?
Right.
Because I don't know how to do that. I need to be educated on that. First thing I would do.
Okay.
So dang, bro, I really got like 3 things. I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Break off the lower heels.
First,
you know what I'm saying?
first,
10%. Okay, it would be do the little 10%.
You giving the Lord 10%?
Yes.
Oh, I should have said that first.
That's a blessing, bro. But now the first ignorant thing, I would quit my job.
You think the Lord is rewarding your gambling habit?
Is that gambling?
The lottery?
Yeah, it's definitely gambling. But I feel like if God blesses me to be a blessing to other people, the least I can do is be a blessing to His house, the church.
It's not. You don't tithe to get rewarded.
What are you talking about?
You said you think He's rewarding you.
Are you being? Is God blessing your gambling habit? That's what I'm asking you.
Why are you tithing?
What if the money came from the devil?
Exactly.
It's the,
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh no! I mean, I would still take it. But oh no!
it's still spin the same.
Because I serve a God that can bless anything. That can turn anything around.
He can take something from the devil
And make it for my good. He make it for my good. What started came from the enemy, God made it for my good. I'ma spend that money.
So you gonna take the devil's briefcase? You gonna
Hold
take
on,
the
I
devil's
didn't
money?
say that.
That's what you said.
I just said.
He gonna take it and wash it in
You
the
heard
I
it.
ain't gonna ask too
You
many
heard it
questions
here
about where it came from.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out clean. I knew.
Because he washed it away. What was? He'll wash it away. Wash them bills. I pray over every single bill. In Jesus' name. No, so I used to say I would quit my job. And
You know what I would want to do? I want to buy a yacht.
oh, easily.
You're going
That's
broke.
definitely-
You're definitely going broke.
No, definitely.
I'm saying
gonna have a
that's
yacht.
one of the things I would want to do.
Definitely would have a yacht.
You're gonna be poor again.
No, and you know what? Y'all want to know how I would give the homies? Because I would cut all the homies checks. I ain't gonna even lie. I probably would cut y'all. Never mind. Some of my family listen.
You cutting everybody a check?
I would cut the homies a check if it was 400 mil.
400.
Bro, 400
first
is a
of all,
lot
you
of
don't.
money.
First of all, you only get half because of taxes.
Nah, you get 75%.
So you down to like 300 million.
Let's just say it's 75. You're down to 300,000. You're down to 300 million. Mm-hmm. I would invite the homies on. I would whisk us away on a trip. Mm-hmm. We would be at a nice dinner, and then I would say, I would have the little people come out with the you know how they be bringing out your food, but you know in the movies where they have it covered up.
Oh, with the silver.
Little silver thing, and then they would come by everybody, and they would
It'll be money.
It'll be money with a check. And I say, guys, welcome to the good life.
And how much? How much is the check?
Bro, if I won $300 million, I probably would give my closest homies a meal each.
Oh.
No gas. I would break off a meal each for the homies.
How many close homies do you have?
I don't have that many.
Okay.
It's some people that probably would think they getting the check. Start the podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Soundboard Podcast with me, Dante.
This is Coop.
This is your boy JJ.
And this is episode 13.
Oh yeah.
Episode 13, guys. We still on this whole weekly thing. Not gonna lie. Every time we pull up to record, I'll be like, are we really doing weekly?
Every time, bro. Every time.
But we appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We appreciate y'all's continued support of the pod. And so, man, we just happy to be here with y'all, sitting at the table with us for another episode. Fellas, what has been going on? I want to hear about JJ writing his diary.
It's not a diary. It's a journal. It's a journal.
Okay, JJ, tell us about your journal.
What's the difference between a diary and a journal?
The same thing. They're both a book and you write your feelings in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fine.
It's very therapeutic.
Okay.
Y'all should try it.
Can you tell us what you wrote in your journal?
Nah. I'm not telling you.
Why?
Because I don't need.
They're just getting emotional.
He is.
Nah, because y'all want to play.
He gonna write about us in his journal. I hate when people don't support me. Who I am.
I feel like this is not a safe space.
It's gonna be just sketches of him beating us up in his journal.
One day I'm gonna kill him. We're so sorry, JJ.
Nah.
Is there anything you would like to share with us?
No.
What's going on with you, man?
No. I don't want to share nothing about my journal. Thanks. But I will tell y'all what's been going up with me this week. This week was actually I realized this week I was stressed. I think I told both of y'all that. I got two different reactions from both of y'all, first of all.
I actually gave him some good advice.
Did I?
No, you didn't. What was your advice?
I said, JJ was like, bro, I just think I'm stressed.
I text Dante, I said, I think I'm stressed, bro. Mm-hmm. And then what'd you say?
I said, JJ, bro, that's a terrible place to be in. You should take a day to yourself and just do whatever you want to do, chill out, like just have a day to yourself, kind of like to recoup.
That's a good idea.
That's great advice. I told Coop, I said, bro, I realized this week I'm stressed. You know what Coop did?
What?
Laugh.
Oh, stress, boy!
It was the way he said it, and he was just looking like
defeated.
And what about that's funny?
It was just funny.
He couldn't believe I was stressed.
I couldn't believe it.
He was like,
it's because Coop don't stress.
JJ, what are you stressed about?
Life is good. That's cool. What can you be stressed about? We live in.
Hey, but one of the things that I did do was I went out Friday night. And I went out solo to a little cocktail lounge.
Okay, look, a little solo date.
Yeah.
We need to embrace men taking themselves out on dates.
It was cool, bro. So I used to do that, a few years back when I was in Boston. I used to go out all the time because I didn't really know. I didn't know people like that. I just moved by myself. But I went out for the first time in a while on Friday, and I met. When you go out by yourself, you meet people.
Right.
So I met this dude at the bar who was just sharing. Like we just started chopping it up, and he was talking about. The things he was doing, bro, he's like a Renaissance man. And it was just cool to have like that type of conversation with somebody that's real new and it lives a completely different lifestyle.
Was he older?
He was older. He was an older man. So he was telling me about things like his trips that he was taking. He was telling me about like different business adventures and stuff. And I was like, you do all these different things? And he was like, yeah. He was like, that's one of my philosophies of life. And then he proceeded to tell me his he had 5 keys of life.
Why you laughing?
But I thought it was cool to just be able to have something on hand to be able to, to be able to talk to somebody about. Like, he was like, yeah, this is my philosophy of life, and these are my 5 keys. And he was telling me about different places to try, different things to do, which was pretty cool.
That's dope. That's dope. I started laughing because I was about to say, did you follow him to his car? Because I just imagine a dude walking, like he gave you the keys to life.
Wait, this is what you normally do?
No, listen. I just imagine him being like, yeah, bro, these are my keys to living the life that you deserve to live. And then he walked out and walked into like a beat up 99. I just pictured that in my head. It's people who really be out here talking about a life that they not living.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why that just
he did pull up. He was like, he started a business off of one of the keys of his life. And he showed me, he pulled up his IG, he showed me he started this whole business on one of the tenants, which I thought was pretty cool. So he backed it up a little bit.
Okay, he did back it up.
That's
yeah, he did back it up, man. So, it was pretty cool.
I like going out by myself like that. That's when you meet the most people.
You meet interesting people.
You know what? I love going out by myself, but I don't be talking to people.
What do you?
I look
you just a creep in the corner.
I just want to be left alone.
The funny thing is, I was trying to go out because I just wanted to go out by myself to not talk to nobody.
Right.
I feel like people be gravitating to me. So I'm like, bro, I do not want to. And wait, as soon as he sat down, I was like,
that's like when you get in an Uber and they just be want to talk, and I be like, sir, do you see my earphones in? I want to ride in peace. Please, don't talk to me.
Over the head headphones.
Oh my gosh, but they talk to you from when they pick you up all the way to your place.
You just gotta not respond. They be talking, I'll be like,
I can't hear. No, that's dope. That's dope though.
dope.
And I do believe that you meet the best people when you're out. It's funny. I gave you that advice because I did that on Wednesday.
we took a
You were stressed too?
I took an off day, a mental off day,
Look at him,
and
Coop laughing already.
cool. What's so funny?
Yeah, I'm so stressed out all the time.
I can tell you why I'm stressed.
Why are you stressed?
I was stressed because I realized there wasn't any separation in my life.
Between what?
So like work for me sometimes can be heavy because of the work I do.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
crisis, it's
Right,
it's
that's
like
real.
crisis management, right? So dealing with that is heavy, and then sometimes at church, sometimes dealing with people on the prayer team and things like that could be heavy, and then in my personal life things have been kind of heavy, with just people going through a lot of things. So there really wasn't a separation between like work and personal, and so I just really didn't take time to like process it or take the time for me.
Right,
so I think everything was kind of just adding up.
And it just like compounded.
Yeah, and then I just had that realization, like, I've been carrying all this. I'm kind of stressed.
That's real.
Did you feel better at least after you did it?
I didn't really take your advice, but I felt better after going to the cocktail lounge, after getting out, and after the weekend. I started feeling a little better.
Okay, dope. Yeah. It's so funny because I like to call them mental health days. I'll be like, I'm about to take me a mental health day.
You be taking one once a week.
I be needing them once a week, and it's just a random day that I just choose to take off. And so I took one off on Wednesday, and bro, I woke up, didn't have to rush because I didn't have to go to work. I went and washed my car. I went and had lunch at a vegan food house.
Oh. You didn't even hit me up
by myself. Well, it was a day from.
That's what's up.
By myself. It's a day by myself, and
respect.
And bro, it was just a really, really good day. And the funny thing is, Olivia called me, and
you ain't even answer.
No, I answered.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "Hey, babe." So we're talking. She's like, "Oh, you need to take more mental health days."
You feel good.
And I said, "Why?" She said, "This the happiest I done heard you say
Hey, that's
in
good.
forever." And then I went back to work Thursday.
How was it? When you went back to work, did it instantly come back?
Yep.
So your work is the mental stress.
So I think in this season it is because one of my coworkers went to another opportunity, and so right now I'm doing her role and my role, and they're both equally as busy. And so for me, it's just been super, super busy. But yeah, man. I mean, you got to take them days as much as you need them because you'll go crazy.
Yeah, that's real.
What's up with you, Coop?
Nothing. Taking care of the baby. She's now 4 pounds.
Ooh,
What's
She's
up?
getting big, and she's bottle feeding now.
Yeah.
Before she had the tube, whatever.
yeah, bro. Y'all be sending photos, and I'm like, look at her.
This
Yeah.
last photo that Coop sent, the baby looks just like Coop. Spitting image.
That's my baby.
You know how them old people
Big
be
head
like,
and
you
all.
couldn't deny that baby if you wanted to.
No,
Yeah, she looks
definitely
just like you.
Definitely couldn't, bro. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. Chilling.
Cool, bro. I just love to see my
Just
niece.
being a
It was
dad.
also National Daughter Day.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It was National Daughter Day. I saw Key poster,
Yeah.
and I saw everybody like posting there.
You didn't post it?
Posting that
No, when do you post your child?
on National Daughter Day, fool.
What if like I can't even ask her if she wants to be posted.
Trying to get her consent.
Keaton get her consent?
Do y'all feel like I do know people that don't want to post their kids though? Like they don't want to expose their kids to social media.
That's real.
At all.
I know a girl I went to college with. Did not show anybody her baby for like literally the first year. And on social media. And I was like, dang, bro, this is the first time we've seen her kid. I mean, the baby's like 3 years old now. But yeah, she didn't show the baby on her social media until the first year.
I just never know when to post. I'm just like, I don't know when to post her.
You could
So
just
you post whenever you want to.
right.
I don't want
If
to.
you don't feel comfortable, then no.
He said, I don't want to.
I don't think it's necessarily comfort. I just don't feel the want to post her on my social.
That's fair. That's good.
Maybe I'll make her a page. I see a lot of people doing that.
People do that, and I
Make
think
her
it's-
own page.
I think it's dope because like if you have family that's like out of town,
Yeah.
you don't have to keep posting your baby for on your pages for
Yeah.
updates. They
Just
can go
send
to
them a
the
group text.
to the baby IG. No, because people got iPhones, people got Androids. The photos is blurry.
Yeah, the iPhone's photos are pretty blurry.
No.
Definitely Android.
We know who messes up the group text. I think that'll be dope if y'all start. If y'all
Maybe I'll
start
make her a
own
page. Yeah, that I could post on there.
I'll shout her out so she can get some followers. Uncle Dante
Casey.
got you.
Y'all follow my baby.
Uncle Dante got you. No, that's dope, bro. So it's so funny that you brought up social media because I wanted to talk about social media. Now I ain't gonna say no names. All right, I don't want to incriminate nobody. All right, but fellas, we gotta have a conversation because some of y'all out here just be moving sloppy. Y'all
What
be
you
moving,
mean, Dante?
moving sloppy.
What do you mean by that?
Bro, y'all be over here getting on George Bush internet.
Bob Dole.
Bob, no. Somebody said Barack Obama internet. And y'all just think rules don't apply.
Right.
So let me just say this, okay? We're in the season. I know a lot of people who are married. And I got a homie. Good guy. Nice guy. Adores his wife.
Does he listen to this?
I hope he doesn't. But if you're listening to this and you feel convicted,
Then that's you.
That's you.
a hurt dog will holler. Roof, roof. Okay? But I see him because we went to school together. I ain't gonna say where. We went to school together, so we have a lot of mutual friends. And I ain't gonna lie, I got some baddies. Follow some baddies. You know what I'm saying? And I see him like commenting under all of their photos.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with commenting.
Okay.
It's the way in which one comments.
So what's he doing?
Wait, do you think there's something wrong with him commenting under all of the photos?
So I just see him like commenting under like various girl photos, and I'm like, dang, my God, do you work? Let me be clear. There's absolutely nothing wrong with commenting on girls' photos. I comment on girls' photos, right? But he be dropping hard eyes, hearts. And to me,
Is it just regular photos?
yeah, but it's just something. Okay, so let me just preface it with this, right? There are certain photos that I absolutely do not like.
Same. I do the same
Physically.
thing. Same thing. No matter who it is.
I might double tap with my eyes, but I never double tap in person.
What are said photos?
Let me be clear, okay? I don't do it with girls' photos who may have on too revealing clothes.
Even
don't
if it's
do-
your friend.
Even if it's my friend.
Okay.
And baby, if you on the beach and you got the melons out, that ain't none of my business. I won't like that.
Is it because they're melons?
As opposed to what, JJ?
Grapes?
No, I am unbiased. Nobody types get liked, okay? I don't like those. If you got on real clothes, but you got the assets out, if you will.
The assets.
I would not like that.
Without the set.
I will not like that. I don't like anything that's like too revealing or anything like that, because on social media, and I'll be like, do y'all not know how social media work? When you're friends with somebody and you like look at a photo, it's gonna give you
It says
your
their
friends
names.
first, right? It's gonna give you your friends' names first.
Right.
Their comments are gonna show up
Right,
first.
right.
And so I'd be like, I'm just not gonna do it because I don't want. It's about the appearance of it to me, right?
Yes.
So like, I don't want. even not even necessarily Olivia. I don't want her friends.
Yes, it can get messy.
It could get real messy.
Real quick.
It can get messy real quick. And so I saw that and I was just like, maybe I'm the only person that thinks like this, because maybe it's one of those things where like you understand that social media is a fake thing and it's okay to be married in real life and single on the web. So cool. You're a married man.
Right.
Okay. Do you think that it is okay to like this, leave comments? Because we were talking about comment. How do you feel about this whole thing?
I think that you have to be very careful.
Strategic.
Very strategic. But I think that hard eyes is over the line.
That's over the line, right?
That's sending a different.
I leave the flame emoji.
Flame.
If it's a fire pick, I'm like, this pick is fire.
Fire.
It's not like, I love your assets.
That thing, thank you. Some of y'all be like, that thing,
I
thank you.
have a friend like that too. And he does listen.
So you know who you are.
Oh, wait. No. I need to learn the sound effects. That's what I meant.
And he does listen. And he does the same thing. And he'll like comment, and he's leaving like water splashes up the
You wet?
And I got him wet.
I done got to change.
See, now that I ain't like some of y'all be out of line. Oh, I need to go change my boxer briefs. Like, that's too much.
But even my homeboy, like his girl will post a picture and it's a fire picture, but it's kind of like revealing. I'm like, I don't even like that.
I don't like those
I don't
either.
even like those.
I do not
but
like those either.
If it's my homie and like my homegirl and she has a fire pic and it's revealing, I'll just like it and leave flames or something.
So that's my thing.
But you won't like your.
If it's my boy's girl,
you wouldn't like it.
I won't even
revealing.
like it.
Yeah.
I won't even like it.
Yeah. So my thing
You think
is
it's disrespectful?
I don't think it's disrespectful, but I don't know how it could be
perception.
interpreted. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like I usually to leave a insert name, fire.
Right.
Like if you see any of my homies, dang, I just told them now. I'm gonna switch it up. But yeah, that's what you're gonna get from me. Like I want to let you know that the pick is fire, but I'm gonna say your name like, hey, I see you.
Right.
Shout out to my girl Keisha. She posted a picture for her birthday. I said, hey, I see you, Keish. Fire. And to me, it can't be perceived the wrong way.
Right.
I'm just saying when you doing heart eyes and heart wet emojis, that can be a little thing.
Tongue out, winking eye, messy tongue.
I see you could be perceived in a certain way too.
I see you could be perceived. The looking
you could
eyes.
be seeing them assets.
You can't leave the looking emoji.
You can see them assets.
Some of y'all should be leaving the eyes. What is we looking at?
Yeah.
What are we looking at? And so I just want to know from y'all, what's a tip?
Or JJ didn't even say, how do you feel about it? You good?
I'm similar to y'all. So
okay.
I'll still double tap the pictures, but I won't leave like those comments.
Comment.
Yeah, I won't leave those type of comments.
Right.
I'm similar. I'll put either the flames, or I'll just be like, like, hey, or I see you, or something something like that. But I don't be doing the most.
It's like you going to the Barney bag. You be like, what emoji am I gonna use?
Right.
Because for one, it's like y'all said, the perception,
right?
But it's also the person who you're commenting on. You don't know how they gonna. How do they go see that? Like,
she look at it and
might think I'm trying to holler.
Oh, JJ's so thirsty.
Absolutely.
Oh, Coop so thirsty. Ain't he married?
The worst. Oh, bro.
Now she on Twitter talking about these men married, but they not married.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be I ain't trying to be nobody's tweet subject.
But at the same time, I do want to let the person know, like, if they have a fire pick, I want to let them know it's fire.
Yeah. Right. So you comment something.
Yeah, I'll comment something, but you got to be smart on what you comment.
Yeah. So this is the thing.
But people know what they doing.
They do. But you can't control what other people do. You can only control your response, right? Mm-hmm. And so we know, we personally know on this podcast that black men don't cheat. Now, other races I can't speak for, but we know that black men don't cheat.
Facts.
And so we know although it might get reckless on social
Right.
with the comments,
Right.
we know that there's no cheating happening.
That's just the interwebs.
Right. This is the interwebs. Ain't nothing happening in real life. But for the guy, how would you what is one tip that you would give for a faithful man to be good on social media? I got one. I
You got one?
I'll
I'm
start
thinking.
off. Unfollow all the baddies, bro.
Oh yeah,
Unfollow all the baddies.
I did that early on.
I was just saying, so this is the thing, bro, because I be torn between like supporting and like, okay, this is too much, right? So have a homegirl we went to college with. Her name is Courtney. Shout out to Courtney. Courtney is bomb. Courtney has an amazing swimsuit collection.
Oh, okay.
And so originally, before she started following, you follow your friends from the page.
Right.
I followed the page. Originally, she hadn't posted anything on the page.
Uh-huh.
Now, after the page got going, she's selling swimsuits.
Mm-hmm.
So she putting the swimsuit. They modeling the swimsuits.
Right.
I had to go unfollow that.
She's showing the assets.
She's showing the assets. She's trying to get the purchase. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had to unfollow that because it's like, what is the perception here?
Right.
And also, I'm just trying to be more strategic about the things that I let in my mind and,
That's good.
all that type of stuff.
That's good.
And so I would say if you are a man, and because you're faithful in real life, because black men don't cheat, don't know about the rest of y'all. But you may be struggling on social media. I would say, bro, you got to unfollow. You got to unfollow the baddies. And like they be on there. Like, have y'all ever looked at like famous people comments? It, like LeBron them.
Yeah.
And it be the baddies like, don't look at my profile picture. Am I sexy?
I'm so naughty. Please don't look at my video. My last story.
I know y'all be clicking up. I know y'all be like, let me see how naughty she is.
That's good, bro.
Don't do it.
I
Don't
did
do
that early on when me and Key were dating. I had to unfollow all these just random fine women I was following.
Right.
I'm like, why am I following them?
Video vixen.
Yeah, why
just
am I
following
following them?
video vixens.
But yeah, that's a good one. I would say if you have a pause before you like, just don't like. Just keep. If you have to pause before you like, just swipe.
If you got a pause before you like, just swipe.
If there's a question,
Yeah,
don't
if there's
do
a
it.
question, don't even do it.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about you, JJ? What is a tip that you would give our faithful brothers out here who maybe get caught slipping on social?
I mean, I just say I think you need to be mindful of what you're liking and commenting. But first, you probably just need to have a conversation with your significant other.
That's a good point.
Because because if you're worried about the perception, you need to make sure like y'all are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if she has an issue, have that conversation with her. If she ain't got no issue with it,
You know
then
what?
I think it's
Women
cool.
are sneaky.
What you mean?
I've never seen a woman do that.
What?
I never catch a woman liking something that I don't think they should like on IG.
That's because you don't follow all these male models. I bet Key done commented on a couple male models. Key probably be on all the photos. Ooh, chocolate.
All right, y'all. So when y'all see me following chocolate, that's not even her flavor.
She like Redbone. Look.
But I'm gonna follow all these people now. But y'all don't be looking at me weird. This is for research.
Research purposes.
So
only.
you know what's so funny? I be seeing dudes like, you know how some of these pages will be like, they'll shout out, it'll be like Fine Dude Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
And I be seeing dudes comment, I'm just here to make sure my girl don't like this.
Oh, that's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do.
Because you know you can search likes
That's what I'm about
on
to
Instagram.
do.
I don't never do none of
You
that.
can search
I don't
likes.
do any of that.
But I
either.
feel like, I feel like
But the guy just be out here getting caught. That's what.
But I
That's
feel like,
what it is.
but I feel like for
Girls
the
be
most
out here
part,
liking everything, never
for the
get
most
caught.
part, I feel like dudes don't really care, so they'll just go and like and comment.
Right.
I think women are definitely more strategic, and
They send
Slide in
DMs.
the DMs.
yeah, they'll get in the DMs.
I don't want my
they're
husband to
crafty.
see, but,
Right,
but
yeah, they're crafty.
I don't want my husband to see, but you as Addy. Go grab Keith
Oh
off.
my gosh, my little heart.
Right. She delete that DM.
Why ain't you got no DMs on your?
I don't ever DM anybody. No, so that's good. That's good. I just think that you gotta. JJ brought up, talk to your significant other. Cause dude, bro, I just had to bring that up because y'all be out here acting real reckless. And this is the thing. For some people, social media is fake. It's not real.
Right,
so it's
right,
like
right.
it's like, well, it's better. My favorite line. Better I like it than cheat in person.
Yep.
That's what that is.
Just don't do both. Just don't do either.
That's what they were saying.
I would say don't do either.
either.
Oh. Okay.
That's what they were saying. So I wanted to bring that. Up because I just thought that was a conversation worth having. And once again, black men don't cheat.
Correct.
Transition. So I came over here to Coop's house last episode, and Coop was like upstairs getting something done. I'm down here watching TV with Key, and I'm watching, and like it's a whole little scene that come on. I'm like, Key, what is this? She's like, oh, it's this show about these little kids in like boarding school. And I'm like, oh, okay, Key, this looks like this is a cool show. Oh my God, they're having sex. Oh my God, they're having sex. And this is the thing. I just feel like when we were younger, like the images weren't as graphic. It was like you would see like people kissing, and then the camera would like pan off, and then it would come back, and they'll be in bed, and you'll be
smoking a cigarette.
You have to use your you have to use your imagination, bro. We literally they showed the dude's bare butt clapping cheeks with the clapping cheeks, and I was like, Key, what is this? I was like, Key, this is porn. What are you watching this on? She was like, bro, this is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it really just made me think like, dang, bro, this on Netflix. Kids probably at home straight watching this.
But you
not only watching.
And so it just really made me think about something that we talked about, because we were talking about like why everything is so overly sexualized.
Right.
And we brought up the story. We brought up Chloe from Holly and Chloe, and she just performed at the VMAs, and she released this whole little thing. She licked the mic, and she was like, "I didn't even realize I licked the mic."
She was doing.
And so I'm just like, bro, when did the world get so overly sexual? Has it always been like that, or do we just have more access?
I think that we have more access, but I think it's definitely been more blatant now.
Right.
I think earlier on, like in the past, it was still sexual, like,
but it was like taboo.
It was taboo. There's a lot more restrictions.
Right.
And so I feel like there ain't no restrictions now. Like
zero.
Whenever we were growing up, we didn't have stuff like Netflix.
That's true.
It was the things that we watched would be on TV.
Right.
And TV had certain restrictions that they wouldn't show. Like cussing, you couldn't even really cuss like that on TV.
Unless you had that Cinemax.
Right, unless you had cable. You had that Cinemax, that Showtime, that HBO. Mm-hmm. But it's different now. Like you have access to everything now.
But even regular shows now, bro, they be cussing on regular shows. Even the sex scenes on regular shows have gotten graphic. And so I don't know if I'm, when you realize you're getting old, because you like, I would never. Like, what is this? I don't know, bro. It just it made me think about like, dang, bro, the world is like super graphic. So Coop, what is your opinion on that? And as somebody who now has a daughter, does that scare you that this is what the world is turned into?
So when you say, are you talking about just TV, or are you talking about the world in general? Well,
bro, let's talk about TV, the world, because low key Twitter is disgusting.
I think that humans have always been like this.
No. Humans have always been like this, but we didn't have access to this stuff when we were it was harder to get to. Now it's kind of like in front
because of the internet and
right.
I mean, I don't know, but I'll just think back, like when you look at like Greek portraits and stuff like that, art.
They was naked.
They having orgies. They're doing all types of stuff in these paintings. If you really look at it, so I feel like it's pretty much been out there,
right?
As far as for people in general.
So you have a daughter now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fear for her in terms of like this stuff, like social media in the world and all that type of stuff?
Not really. I mean, I just have to raise her. I mean, it's my job to raise her, regardless of what's going on in the world.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So I think every generation has its challenges. So.
I think part of that is that you're also watching and looking at social media and Netflix as an adult.
Yes.
So you are looking, and you have access to everything. Like
Yes.
nothing's off limits. So I think if you have a kid, or you're trying to raise up a kid in this environment,
You can set controls.
you set your
Right.
restrictions. Just like whenever you were growing up, I don't know how it was in your house, but like I couldn't watch certain things when I was a certain age. So my folks would be like, "You can't watch that." I couldn't watch rated R movies at a young age. So they set those restrictions,
those boundaries. Yeah.
So as long as you create those boundaries for your kids, I think that's what keeps them from being polluted. Don't let your kid have a social media. They shouldn't have a Twitter account until at an age that you feel like they're mature enough to do so.
Right.
And then you can kind of either explain to them and monitor what it is that they're watching.
Right.
But there's always access. I mean, even when we was growing up, they may not have had Netflix and stuff like that, but you got uncles, you got cousins, you got people that are throwing you.
You just have to wait till everybody leave the house just to load the VHS tape. It was just different. Like it was just.
It's a lot easier now.
It's a lot easier, bro.
You have
like
access on your phone now.
you have access. You can literally roll over and go. Like
And what?
it literally
And go where?
to a website. You can literally roll over and go to the website. But bro, think about it. Like
You all right?
I'll tell the truth.
What?
My uncle.
Wait, is this the crack dealer?
My uncle did not
The distributor.
crack. No, this is my youngest uncle. So when I grew up, I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house because my mom would be working, and so my grandparents would pick us up from school, and we would just hang out over there till my mom got from work. And my uncle is only like 7 years older than me.
Okay.
He's my grandparents'
That's
youngest
significant, though.
youngest
Really young,
child.
yeah.
Actually, he may not even be that. I think my uncle graduated in like 05. I graduated 08. So he's really like
3 years.
4 years older than me.
Yeah.
I can see how you got 7.
3, 4,
I don't know
7.
exactly when he graduated. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's like 05, bro. And so he had.
That's a big difference, though. He had a what?
Sorry, Unc. He had a collection.
Okay, yeah.
He's
And
a
I don't know-
collector
He's
of
a-
assets. Yes. He's an asset collector.
And I don't know how I found it.
Collector's
I don't-
edition.
I don't know how I found it, bro, but I just remember finding it.
That
You
was
know,
on
back
the treasure
then,
hunt.
and back then they had the like the picture showing everything, like previews of the scenes on the little carton. And I was like, you wait till everybody leave this house. It's going, it is on and popping. So I would wait. So like, you know, my grandmother would like run to the store.
At your
My
granny's house.
My uncle would be out and I'd be like, it's time.
I wasn't ready. Anticipating all day.
I would
Pressure.
pop that mug in that VHS tape.
And you gotta listen.
You gotta have it on mute. You gotta have it on mute. So I was like, oh my God.
You gotta have the channel. You gotta put it on like Cartoon Network.
So you can go
And then-
back.
so you can flip.
Go back. Yeah, bro. And so but you just had to do all that. Like kids don't have to do that these days.
You had to jump through a lot of hoops.
You had to jump through a lot of hoops.
You had to work for it.
You have to work for it. They don't have to work for it. And so I just saw that and I was just like, dang, bro, just to think about like how much of this our kids are exposed to.
Yeah.
And just like how that impacts and affects them, right?
Yeah.
So like you gonna see the sex scene, you like, well, I'm trying to see what this is about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what Declapping Cheeks is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Especially when they be acting because they be making.
believe it. Are you sure y'all like
Ain't no way this is fake.
this looking real? So guys, do y'all have any stories about maybe your first time seeing something you shouldn't have seen? What kind of went through your mind? I just kind of wanna know about that.
I remember the first sex scene I've ever seen.
What?
It was Soul Food.
Oh, with the
But
cousin.
Bird, no, that was at the end of the movie.
Okay.
I seen that one too. Same movie. I seen a lot. I seen a lot.
I said in the piano room.
And when he looked at her in the eye,
I was like,
you try to smash the pain away.
bro, it did. When
No,
she
it's
said,
Bird. My first was Bird and Lim, like they were in the
in the car.
in the closet or like in the bathroom or something. I was like, I definitely have to see what that's about. I definitely have to get some of that.
Did you have restrictions growing up? Like, did your parents like not let you listen
No.
to like certain music or TV, watch anything like that?
But my parents are good about talking. They talked me through a lot of stuff.
They paused the scene and said, "Now what you
You know
about
what's
to
going
see
on here?
is Lim and Bird have it. Now you can't do this, but press play, honey, so he can see it." No, that's real. That's real. JJ, do you remember maybe the first one that stood out to you?
I feel like the I don't remember the first one, but the one that's coming to my head is from The Wood.
Oh,
With
when dude was when they made that bet.
Oh yeah.
And then he ended up having to go to old girl's brother's room to get the condom.
Right. Yeah, Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy.
You ain't getting no zigzag. You ain't getting no drip track.
bro. It's just crazy to me when I saw that, and I was like, Key, what do you have us in here watching?
But even that, like on The Wood, I feel like The Wood, and I think Love and
They
Basketball
still weren't as graphic.
Love and Basketball had a scene too.
That one was kind of intense though.
That was the love,
But it wasn't-
they was making love.
but-
the music.
They
But-
was like,
Yeah, but it wasn't as graphic.
It was
as
artistic.
just
Yeah.
That's what I'm
seeing-
saying.
As just seeing cheeks clapping.
No, y'all, this video, Key was watching, them cheeks were literally clapping. I was like, what? Oh my God.
And I know what show you're talking about, and I talked to Kia about. I was like, "This seems so unnecessary. Like, this is not
Like-
It has nothing to do with the plot. It has nothing to do
Oh,
with the
y'all both
story.
be watching it.
I don't watch this. The show is dumb to me, but I saw it. I was like, "This is too much. This has nothing to do." I could see if it was a sex scene that had something to do with the story, like something happened during the scene or whatever. But nothing's happening.
It just be like, it be random. It just be like, plot, sex.
yeah, exactly.
That
But
absolutely
that's what
nothing.
be drawing people in.
I don't know. I just thought I saw that and I was just like, dang, bro. Like, either I'm getting old or like this is just mind blowing to me because I was just like, this is too much.
Well,
Like,
so
I saw it and I was like, this is too much. This is absolutely too much.
Right.
So I'm curious because you brought it up from the perspective of Coop raising Casey, right? Mm-hmm. But as adults, do y'all feel like that impacts y'all when y'all watch things like that?
Talking about now or when I was younger?
Now, if you like watching shows like that, watching those graphic sexual scenes, do you feel like that impacts you at all?
Not me.
Not
Not that I'm aware of.
that you're aware of. Everything you feed your mind, brother, it somehow comes out in your
What's
life.
that boy changed up
That
the
boy
voice?
vegan. That boy vegan. Now
Deep.
You gotta stay woke. What they really want is to over sexualize.
the black man.
So that they desensitize.
Your third eye, brother, and you don't even see the plot at hand. I can't hang out with you no
They
more.
just try to make me just horny.
And next thing you know, you're addicted.
Exactly. So the reason I say no is because I have learned. It worries me for younger people because I've learned to separate what's real and what's fake.
Right.
So I can look at this and say, this is a show.
That's true.
They're doing this because
That's true.
it's a ratings thing. And I just feel like younger people are looking at this and they're just
That's
like,
how life is.
That's how life is.
Yes, that's a good point.
This is life.
That's a good point.
And I'm like, just like I can listen to songs and I'm able to separate like this ain't life, but like there are kids out here, like let's say we glorify violence. There are
Right.
kids out here listen to the music.
They think that's how you live.
And they like, this how you live.
That's
Like,
their Bible.
like I need to go out here and pop. Like
Yeah.
I can separate it. So I would say
And
no.
that's what I meant by my parents talking me through stuff. They would let me know what's real and what's fake. Basically.
Right.
I still
What about you, JJ?
I still will push back and say that I still feel like it impacts you though. Like I still think it affects you. I think you can separate what's real and what's
Right.
fake or what's TV, right? But I think that when you're watching that or you're listening to it, whatever it is, it still impacts you. I think that
In a
you may be able
negative
to-
way?
Can you give us an example? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
So like let's just say okay, I use just me personally, right? Let's just say I'm watching the show, a movie, and then a graphic sexual scene comes on, right? Let's just say I see it, then it starts to like I can't unsee it.
Right.
So when I see it, it impacts me, and I'm like, I may not think about it in the moment, but later on, that may still be kind of ruminating in my mind or something like that. It may be lingering, right? And so then it may feed a desire, it may feed a temptation.
Okay, yeah.
So then it impacts me because now like sex is on my mind, and it's
Right.
like where is sex even coming from? I'm not even thinking from sex like that, but it's just on my mind.
Sex is on my mind. That's like a song.
JJ be sitting in his office like, That scene.
But I'm saying like, so if you, people
I
are
get
watching
it.
that
No, I get it.
constantly,
Yeah.
constantly.
It feeds
You're
that.
feeding your mind now. All
Exactly.
you're feeding is sex. So then you wonder why it's hard now not to get. We talked about social media. It's hard not to unfollow these people. It's hard not to comment and
and
like
focus.
because you're constantly getting stimulated by these scenes by what you're watching. And people be like, oh, it don't affect me because I can separate things, but it affects you. So now it's like it's a desire. It's pulling at you. And the same thing, like if you're getting some type of satisfaction or gratification from watching this, and seeing
Dopamine.
that is feeding the dopamine. And so then now you watching this scene and you're like, it don't really affect me, but it does.
But now that motor run.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with like. It's the same thing with violence, or
Yeah.
whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Those things
Because
affect you
anytime
too.
I hear Nuck If You Buck, I'm ready to fight. But that's because no, like really, that's because
you always ready to fight.
No, that's not true. This is I'm after Christ now.
That's BC.
That was BC. But no, but that's true. Think about it. Like we laugh, but like that's real. How many times you play Nuck If You Buck and then all of a sudden a fight breaks out? People literally used to be like, bro, as soon as they play Nuck If You Buck, I'm spurring off on you. Like that
It feeds that desire.
It feeds a desire. And I follow this guy named David Shands, and he said that he made a decision to quit listening to music because whether you realize it or
Period?
not, yes. He said he made the conscious decision to quit listening to music because whether you realize it or not, something it's feeding into your mind. And somebody was like, oh, well, do you think it helped you? And he was like, yeah, because I replaced that with like podcasts and like, you know, books like audibles and stuff like that. And it just and so I agree, JJ. There's only so much you can separate the things that you watch and it not impact you.
That
and
sounds
affect you.
miserable.
For you though. For you though.
So he just works out in silence,
Well, I don't know if he does it. He may listen to music now, but
just beats.
he said at one point in time, I think it's like when he was early in his business,
Yeah.
he wanted to
Okay.
he wanted to like tap in, like really, really tap in.
I can relate to that.
He wants to
I'll go
really
through
tap in.
phases where I'm only listening, like how we talked about meditation.
Right.
I'll meditate on something, so that's all I'm taking in. Like,
Right.
I clean my whole Instagram, whatever, and I'm only putting those things on my Instagram, like I'm following.
But
That's
why
what I'm
do you
saying.
do that? It's because the things that you were following influence you.
Yes, it could
So
distract me, or
That's what I'm saying. Like it still impacts
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So
That's
you have
true.
to make those. You have to take those steps
That's a
to
good
now
point.
be like, I'm going to focus. I'm going to be
On
strategic
this thing, right.
on what I'm focusing on because other things are influencing the way that I think.
That's true.
Or the way I behave.
That's true.
So basically, y'all need to clean up them IGs and them Netflix accounts. You nasties. You're nasty. And have y'all seen that photo of The Simpsons where Ned Flanders in the window and it said, God's watching you?
He's always watching.
God is watching all y'all. Key. You're watching them clap. Them cheeks
clap.
So his
Cheeks
cheeks were
clapping.
clapping while he was clapping cheeks.
I was like, what is this? What is it? And it literally came out of nowhere. We were just sitting there talking. I was like, yeah, Key.
Yeah.
You know, just came from church. Cheeks. I was like, so yeah, guys. And so hey, JJ,
What's up?
I love you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Cool.
I ain't got nothing but love for you too,
Cool.
my guy.
I love you.
Love you, man.
I love you.
I love you.
See that, JJ? That's what you do when somebody says "I love you." So this week I was talking to like my mentee. Shout out to my boy Marcus, and he was like, Dante, bro. First of all, when dudes want to affirm other dudes, it always gets awkward because it's like dudes stop and they
You have
gotta
to
talk
fight.
themselves
You
up.
gotta fight through it.
Yeah, it's like he was like, man, bro, I'm thankful for you, bro. And I was like, I appreciate it, bro. He's like, man, I just appreciate you, man. How you hold me accountable. Like, I just, he's like, bro, I hope this ain't getting weird.
Like you're making it
it's
weird.
getting
I was
weird
like,
now.
yeah, I was like, you're making it weird.
Yeah.
He was like, I love you.
That's nice.
And I was like, okay.
That's nice.
I was like, okay, bro, but like, why'd you make it weird? I was like, why'd you make it weird? And he was like, bro, I don't say I love you to my black homeboys. He was like, I said to my white homeboys because white guys say it to each other all the time.
Right.
He was like, white guys be like, yeah, man, I love you, bro.
Right.
They say it to each other all the time. And he was like, but I don't say it to my black homeboys because we don't say it as much.
Right.
And he was like, do you just be going around telling your homeboys you love them? And I was like, yeah, I do now. I was like, at one point I didn't, but I do now. And so we started laughing because we went through the dialogue. I said, black dudes will say 15 words just so they don't have to say 3 words together. Like, black dudes act like I love you is like crazy. So they'll say stuff like, yeah, bro, I ain't got nothing but love for you.
Nothing but love for you.
Or it's all love on this side.
Right.
Or what JJ just said. What did you just say?
I said I ain't got nothing but love for you.
I ain't got nothing but love for you.
Yeah.
And so we started this conversation about like, do you tell your homeboys that you love them? Coop, do you tell your homeboys you love them on a regular?
Yeah, I do.
Have you
Coop said
always
he
been
said
like
it on the
that?
pod. He said on the pod a couple episodes ago.
Have I always been like that? I think so. I don't know when it. I mean, my dad always said it to me, so it was never been. I said it to my brother, so it's never been weird for me to tell other men that I love them.
But it's
did
different
y'all
when it's
say
your
it-
family.
Did you
Had you
did
said
dad
to
say
your
it
friends?
Dad say it to you and you said it to your brother frequently?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
But do you say it to your friends though?
yeah. When I feel it, but you know what's weird with us? Okay, we will say it when we get drunk.
Black dudes do.
That's
I
fair.
love you, bro.
That's when
You know
y'all
what it is?
are my.
I
I love y'all,
bro.
man. For real, man. I would die for y'all,
Dudes
man.
are the most black
I
men
will
are the
kill
most
for y'all.
I kill this whole room out for y'all.
You know what it is?
It's
It's
when you
because when
get
you get drunk, your inhibitions are lower.
Right.
And it's like more so acceptable to be emotional.
Right,
so you
right,
tap
right.
into that. All those emotions you don't necessarily control as much.
Right.
And so you just like, bro, this is what I feel, man. I just feel like I love y'all, man. I wouldn't want to do nothing without y'all, man.
Bro, that is so real. I will never forget my graduation night. My graduation night, I was crying, drunk,
Just emotional.
just emotional. Like
Now, Dante do be emotional.
I was like, thank God I don't drink like that no more.
Right.
But I was like, man, people didn't want to see me get here.
You
Man,
let
I
it
love
all out.
y'all. I was going around to all the homies. Man, I love you, bro. I love you. I love you.
You know what's weird is from our last pod, we talked about the birthday parties and how y'all make people
Right.
give speeches.
Right.
And my one of my white homeboys, he asked me, he's like, what type of speeches are y'all giving and why are people getting emotional?
I want to go undercover to a white birthday party. I want to go without undercover.
And he basically, I was like, they're just expressing how they feel about the person. And he was like, I don't know. I feel like we do that all the time. I was like,
See?
yeah. And he's like, he was like, it must be like a black thing. Like y'all don't have space to show your emotion
On the normal.
So it's really hard to express yourself when it's time to.
Right. And it's I feel like for us, it's easier to do it when you're celebrating something. So it's more for us, quote unquote, culturally, it's like it's okay to tell somebody you love them and express how you feel about them on their birthday.
Because it's their day.
It's
like,
their
this
day.
is a special occasion.
Right.
I want to honor you.
But you ain't gonna just see us on a random Wednesday like, hey bro, I love you, man.
Yeah.
And so bro, I think that it has that space, but I'm happy because I see other dudes doing it. Now, so you say it to your friends.
Yeah.
JJ, do you say it to the homies?
Man, I don't say it unless y'all force me to say it.
He weird.
Y'all always make
Why are
it.
you trying to be so tough?
It's not
Right.
even about being tough, bro. Y'all just make things. Y'all just be making y'all annoying.
How?
Because y'all be like, hey, bro, I love you. I be like, I appreciate you. Like, I got love for you too. They be like, JJ, no, say it.
Why to JJ?
Why I gotta say it? Y'all know how I feel.
Because I want to hear it.
I
Y'all
want
know
to
how I
hear
feel.
it.
Y'all know how I feel.
Affirm us.
Thank you.
Y'all know how I feel.
Affirm us.
I do say it though. I'll say it to y'all.
Yeah, special occasions. Y'all know the most.
Because if I've already said it, then you know how I feel. Why do I have to keep saying it?
Because sometimes, bro, I guess now that we're older, bro, I'm just realizing like life is extremely short,
Right.
and I want to make sure that I let y'all know, like when I see you, bro, I love you. Like I don't know when the last time, I pray. It's
You
like
be watching
90 years
movies
from
and
now.
like, I didn't even tell him I loved him last time I talked to him.
Bro, it's the movies.
I didn't even
It's
get to
the
tell him
movie.
how I felt about him.
The last time I seen him, we got in a fight, and I just don't want that to be us, right?
Exactly.
I don't want that to be us.
Exactly.
I will say the most expressive I've ever seen JJ. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Was he drunk?
He was drunk.
What was
Do you know what I'm about to say? You still know that? The most expressive I've ever seen JJ. We flew up to Boston for his master's graduation. And I don't know if we told him we were going to the club, but JJ was at this party celebrating with the other graduates.
Yeah.
And we pull up. We not gonna tell him we're here. Let's just go into the club and find him.
Right.
And so we stumble and we find him, and JJ runs over to us. He's like, "Bro, I can't believe y'all are here. Oh, I love y'all, man." And so the whole night, JJ is this is the most expressive I've ever heard JJ.
Yeah.
So he
Just
had
the liquor, bro.
He had somebody else with him who was rather drunk. So we walking them to the car, and JJ got his arms around my shoulders. He's like, "Bro, I love you, man."
Y'all just crack it up. Laugh it up.
Yes, because it's so easy for you to say it. Now, I will say this. JJ, was it always something that you heard from your parents?
Yeah.
Like, why do you struggle to say it?
It's something I heard from my parents. My parents always told me they love me.
Okay.
Like, my mom more than my dad. But it's not like my dad didn't say it. My dad told me he loved me when I was growing up. He might not have said it as frequently, right?
Right.
Like, he'll let me know that he does love me, but I didn't really hear it usually from, like, men growing up.
Right.
So it was just, I would hear my mom or other women say it all the time.
Right.
So I guess I never really associated saying I love you to another man outside of the family. Like, my dad would say it. I'm like, all right, cool. But we wouldn't just go back and forth saying I love you to each other, right? It's just not,
Why you say it like that? I love you. No, I love you.
I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you, son. No, Dad.
But I don't think it was ever like really acceptable or to say I love you to another man growing up. So like
That's a good point.
With like I feel like y'all just started saying I love you recently. But I don't know.
It's definitely a recent occurrence. I wasn't in the 6th grade. Like,
Yeah, you
hey,
wasn't
bro, I
in-
love
Probably
you, man.
college.
You wasn't in
college.
Yeah, probably college.
I wasn't even in college. But if you wasn't in junior high or high school
Yeah,
talking
saying,
about
I love you.
No, I wouldn't.
If
do
you
that.
ever
You would've got
did,
roasted.
if you ever
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
Boy, if you don't get
you would get roasted or you would get
Right.
shunned, right? It would be like, bro, what is wrong with you?
Right.
That boy weird.
Yeah. So I think that's just like a stigma that's associated with it. So when it comes to expressing that emotion,
Right.
for what?
He said, for what?
Essentially, right? If I've never really had to do it,
I feel you.
then
No, I
why-
wasn't in high school.
Then why? And also, I feel like love expressed. I can express love in different ways.
Like in action.
Yeah. So like, I feel like you and Coop both know I love y'all because y'all know I'm here for y'all.
What you done for me?
But I show up for you
When
throughout the 10 years I've known you. I always showed up.
give me
for
an
you.
example.
I can give you plenty of examples.
Okay,
of
I'm
it.
joking. I'm joking. Dang. See, when I don't like when people do stuff for you, throw it in your face.
You asked for it.
No, you wanted
You asked for this.
You know, I hate when people
Don't
do
ask
stuff
for something
me.
you don't want.
That's why I don't trust. That's why I don't trust people.
Don't ask.
That's why it's only me and God.
Don't ask for something you don't want. But I think there's a bigger thing there. So I think another thing is I don't think that men in general really know how to express emotions.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So like love, what is love? If like you never really said it before, then you got to now come to terms with, well, what is love, and why am I saying it to this person, and how do I feel,
Right.
and do I even resonate with how I feel about this person, you know? And then what does society tell me about
Nah,
this?
that's
Why
real.
does society tell me I can't say it?
Right.
So then you're like wrestling with all this, and you're like, man, I ain't finna say it.
so they just use it as a tool to get into them draws.
So you know what's funny? I used to say before therapy, I used to say I only had two emotions: happy or pissed off. Like I did like, and I feel like most dudes are like that. Like
That's only two that they're allowed to show.
Right. It's like you can either show that you are extremely happy about something, or you can show that you upset about something or
Right.
passionate about something. But it wasn't really a realm for you to like show any other emotion.
Like, I'm sad.
Yeah, especially depending on the house that you grew up in. Because I grew up in a single parent home. My mama didn't even say I love you like that until I was older. And like until I was in college. She said it. Like I knew my mom loved me, but my mom, I look at my grandparents and it was one of those things where it's like, well, we love you. You know we love you because we take care of you.
Right.
And so my mom was like, you know I love you because I take care of you.
Right.
But I'll never forget the first time my mama said it. She was like, all right, we was getting off the phone. She was like, all right, I love you. And I was like, girl, we don't do this. And I said,
How old?
I was like, bro, I was grown.
Okay.
I probably was like in college, and I was like, I love you too, mom. And now we say it like when we get off the phone, but that wasn't always a thing. And so I think personally, it was difficult for me to say that, like just tell anybody like, oh yeah, I love you, because that wasn't just how I grew up.
wasn't the norm.
Now I say it all the time because
Yeah.
I'm emotional.
But I feel like men aren't really taught how to deal with emotions. So if I even think about how it's usually portrayed, men are usually told to either suck it up and deal with it or internalize it. You just don't say nothing about it. You just
Right.
get through it, right? And so, you know, even just being transparent, I think when you brought up therapy. When I went to therapy, the therapist was like, you know, he was asking me about what's going on or whatever. And I was like, he was like, how do you feel? I was like, man, I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way, right? He's like, well, what is that type of way?
Right.
Some type of way. I just told you. I feel some type of way.
But you're not able
But
to.
he was
Yes.
like, what is the emotion that you feel?
Right.
And I was like, that's a good question. I don't know. I started thinking about it. But he had a whole like
Feelings wheel.
not a feelings wheel, but he had a poster in his office that had like, I don't know, probably like 30 or 40 different emotions. And he was like, which one of these do you feel? And I was like, I never really
Bro, that's dope.
I have never really articulated that I felt something like sad, disappointed,
Right.
Yes.
frustrated.
Lonely.
Those were never words or emotions that were okay for me to feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would never associate with those things, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, now I have to deal with the fact that maybe I do feel disappointed.
Right.
And why do I feel disappointed? And it's okay to feel disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that these were negative emotions that I wasn't supposed to be able to feel.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
So I don't even know if men have the words to articulate how they
Right.
feel, because they can never really express that. Or
Yeah.
they not that they never can, but they typically don't express those things. So yeah, first of all, you got to even have the language to be able to express it, and you got to deal with it.
Yes,
That's true.
That's true. I think I definitely grew in that space when I started dating Kiana, because then I would do stuff and I would be like, I'm pissed off. And she's like, no, you're not. You're feeling this way because I was like, you know what? You're right. And then I knew I was definitely growing up when something happened between me and somebody, and I was just like, hey, man, you're hurting my feelings.
That's big.
That's huge.
That's huge.
And I don't think I've ever told anybody they've hurt my feelings.
But that's the only way to describe how I felt for whatever they were doing. I was like, you're hurting my feelings.
But
Is
you know what?
that hard for you to say?
Yeah, that's especially to somebody that's hurting your feelings. Like most times, somebody's hurting your feelings, they're doing it on purpose. So for you to just bow down and be like, "You're hurting my feelings,"
It's almost like a pride thing.
yeah.
And you actually told the person.
I told them.
Most times dudes won't, like, we just won't bring it up. Like, I'll cut you off before I tell you hurt my feelings.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'll cut you off before I tell you, hey, bro, you can keep that. Like, I before I say, hey, we can box.
You don't want to give them. You don't want to give them.
Right, that's the way to handle it.
We can box.
You don't want to give them the satisfaction of knowing that
they
they're
hurt your
accomplished.
feelings.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can fight.
You can't hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
fight you
My
before I
feelings
tell
are
you.
impenetrable. Ain't no way you can break this.
I got the hardest feelings on the block.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'll kill you before I tell you.
Look, we on the inside like.
We're joking, but this is a real thing.
No, for real.
No, that's why I said
for real.
that's why I said it was huge for you, because that is very hard for me to articulate.
I can't say
I don't
that.
know if I could just be like, bro, my feelings are hurt.
Don't say it like that. Why you make me sound like that?
Did you say it with tears in your eyes?
It was through text.
Oh, okay.
But no, I wasn't.
That's even harder, because now you can screenshot.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Hey, he said I hurt his feelings.
Probably did. Probably laughing at me. But that's a real thing. I think even embarrassment, like Why people would like lose a fight, then they go shoot up the whole party.
Instead of saying I was embarrassed,
I'm embarrassed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not okay to be humiliated.
Y'all need the feelings wheel. Okay, look up a feelings wheel, fellas.
There's so
That's a
many.
real thing?
There's some. Yeah, there's
Right,
real
it's
thing.
a real
There's so
thing.
many
Oh.
feelings.
It's like, and it'll walk you through it. It'll be like, you'll be like, oh, I'm angry. And then it'll be like, okay, here are some of the reasons why you could be angry. Because you feel lonely. You feel embarrassed. You feel shut out, left out.
Yeah.
Then it keeps boiling it down until it gets to like the root emotion behind it.
Right.
Because like you said, dudes don't be knowing how to articulate our feelings. And I think that's something, and like, I'll tell somebody I love them, but it's still difficult for me to tell somebody like, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Or like I'm disappointed.
But also,
Go ahead.
But also, I was gonna say that sometimes. So while I think it's good to like deal with the feelings, the emotional, like the feelings wheel, part of me is like, I like to be logical. So if I dive too much into emotions, now it clouds my decision making. Now am I making decisions
right.
based off of emotions, or am I making decisions based off of logic?
Yeah.
You know,
There has to be some type of balance, I guess.
Yeah, there has to be.
No, there definitely needs to be some type of balance. But I'm just letting y'all know. I'll tell you I love you, but I air this whole place out before I say you hurt my feelings.
No, I'm telling you, it's so much easier just to say that though.
No, I know.
Because if they talking crazy to you, you want to talk crazy back to them, but then you have to think about something crazy to say. You know what? Hey, you're hurting my feelings.
You
What
know
are you
how,
gonna do? Keep hurting your feelings?
you know how many fights probably could have been avoided in the black community.
Oh, yeah.
If we just talk things out. I feel like we act out in anger, in rage,
Oh, man.
when really it's like, bro, I was embarrassed. Or you hurt my feelings. I felt alone.
Right.
Like, instead of, and so
You
bro,
betrayed me.
You betrayed me, and that hurt my feelings. So I just think it's a huge
People
thing.
want to beat them feelings out of you.
Ooh. With a dead horse.
Beat them with I ain't trying to beat you with a dead horse.
Go listen to one of the old episodes if you don't know where that's from. Oh my gosh, we have inside jokes. No, but I think so. I will say, especially challenge this to our fellas listening, guys. Tell another homie that you love them.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be no reason behind it. If you ain't worked your way up to say it in person, just shoot it in a text.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, thought about you. Just wanted to let you know I love you, bro.
Yep.
Because it really, really does matter.
That's LOVE.
Yeah, not
Don't put the
L-U-V.
L-U-V.
And not L-U-V.
Love you.
Yeah,
I be
love
like,
you.
bro, you
I
weird.
love you.
Or like when people be like, y'all don't be saying y'all too masculine to say happy birthday.
Oh,
like,
have you seen that the
Like-
skit? You talking about like Happy G Day.
happy G Day.
Happy G Day.
What does G mean?
Happy Earth Day.
What does G Day mean?
I have no idea.
Bro, I just know people be like, people don't say happy birthday, or they'll be like, happy G Day, my guy. I'm
Today's
y'all-
your day.
I'm like, y'all too masculine to tell somebody happy birthday?
They won't just say happy birthday.
Just say happy birthday. Guys, we are taking back our emotions in 2021, okay? I just want us to thrive and be better. So, guys, I challenge you to really, really go out here and tell somebody that you love them this week.
Yeah. That's good.
And I got the sound bite. I got the. I was just, the whole love thing. I was thrown out.
Emotionally out of whack.
Emotion. It was too much. I got the sound bite of the week.
What it is.
Because we talked about it earlier. We was talking about social media and paying attention to what you watch. So the sound bite of the week is guard what you consume, because you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unhear what you've heard.
Say that again, Bishop.
Guard what you consume.
Uh-huh.
You can't unsee what you've seen.
Uh-huh.
You can't unhear what you've heard.
Wow.
Yeah! Yeah! I feel him in the room. No, that's good. That is a great sound bite of the week. Oh, we forgot a question for our audience, and let me be real with y'all. I don't know if y'all just been too busy or what, but we've been posting these questions. when you love people, you hold each other accountable.
Right.
This is me holding y'all accountable, okay? Let us put another question up on this IG.
And y'all ain't responding.
got us out here
It'd be
looking.
crickets. It'd just be dust.
Y'all got us out here looking real. Y'all got us out here looking thirsty. Double texting y'all. All right, double questioning y'all, and we don't see no reciprocation. All right. Now we gonna put this question up, and y'all better answer it. What is one thing that you had to stop watching, looking at, or following, whether that's on social media or in real life, because you realized that it was impacting you in some type of way? What is something that you quit watching, something that you quit listening to, or something that you quit following on social media or whatever in real life because you realized that it was impacting you? What is something that you had to quit? What is something that you had to quit?
Very much something.
That you had to quit watching, listening to, or following because you realized that it was impacting you in some type of way. Now, we gonna post it like we always post it. I just want to see what y'all responses are. Mm-hmm. That's all we want to know.
Challenge.
We thank you in advance.
We thank you guys in advance. Hey guys, also, we love you.
Indeed.
And we hope that you love us back.
Oh yeah.
And so if you could, go over to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, and let the world know
that you love us too.
that you love us too.
Stop hiding us.
Because we love you.
Why are they hiding us?
hiding.
Why y'all hiding us? Don't hide us from the world. We trying to be seen by the world. We love you guys. We hope that you all are loving the content. And we went weekly for y'all. You know, my therapist said, don't be a historian in your relationship. Bring it back. Don't be bringing up the stuff that you done did in the past. But I ain't there yet. Y'all still working on my heart.
still working.
Why can't you do that?
Y'all wanted us to go weekly. Here we are weekly.
Don't they keep all the receipts?
Right. The least y'all can do is go leave us an Apple podcast review. 5 stars if you must.
And at the bare minimum, just subscribe.
Yes.
Right.
Subscribe
Right.
so you know when we drop.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Subscribe and alerts.
And look, and you could just leave a comment that just, if you don't have the words, just say, I love y'all. 5 stars. Hey guys, man, we appreciate y'all tapping into this episode. It's your boy Dante. I'ma holla at y'all.
This is Coop.
Hey, and this is your boy JJ. Follow us on the Soundboard Podcast on IG.
We'll holla at y'all next episode. We out.
Peace.